So if ever I thought I was mental, now I know. That one's alright, yeah, it's a proper one. She's a bit frisky. Very happy indeed. Thanks for choosing to watch the video. Well, it's June and finally the rivers are open for business. So you're going to join me on my first few sessions on the River Lee and the River Ouse fishing for barbel and chub. So let's get to it. So 16th of June and I haven't got up very first thing. It's about 5:15 though, it's pretty early. Making my way down to the river for a few hours fishing. I might have to do some work through the middle of the day. That's not a problem for me because it's going to be boiling hot. But let's hope today that we get amongst some river fish. Whatever happens, you'll be coming along with me. Fingers crossed. Oh, did you see his excited little face? Well, that didn't last. So, not looking great. I've got to the river and the carp are spawning. Sod's law, innit? I've been watching these carp for the last week or so. Day before yesterday, not spawning. Yesterday, not spawning. Today. Look, opening day. I found some chub, the carp are spawning, and so I'm chub fishing. Do need to bring these with you. It's going to take me about, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes to get through this, I reckon. As you can see, it's quite a lot of it. Just keep going, still going. Nearly got to the river. Must be mad. Ow! So here we go. Half an hour of gardening. We've cut ourselves a perfect little route through to the river. We're just going to try and get one of these chub on bread. It's a bit hairy. Ooh. Oh, Christ. Put the rod there. Look, it's not ideal. I've got a landing net for carp because I thought I was carp fishing, which again isn't ideal, but I'm just going to feed bread. Hopefully some chub will come up and then we'll try and get one. Blimey, the bottom's quite soft. It's a bit deeper than I thought. Wonder what it's like a bit further out. Yeah, not too bad. Well, I'm in. Right. Yeah, it's just coming up over me. Whoa, the silt is so soft. Hoping that it gets gravelly. Yeah, here we go. So, right in the edge, it's really silty. But actually, if you go out a bit further, it's quite nice and gravelly. God, the things we do. Right, I'm going to tread carefully. I know where I want to move myself into position. Got some bread in my pocket. Yeah, it's quite nice and gravelly. Yeah. Whoa. Just checking I got nothing valuable in the pockets. Obviously a bit late now, but that chub that was taken down here has stopped. Can't believe it. Like, not taking it at all now. Sod's law now. Half an hour of gardening, you get in the water, and he stops taking. Right, one just came up. Let's give it a go. Right, fish on. God, the effort I've gone to this. Got to give it plenty because I do not want to lose it. Come flying upstream. Oh, the effort I've put in for this fella. Yay! Come on. And there he is. He's only a little tinker. There's my massive net, intended for carp. We got our first chub of the river season. So if ever I thought I was mental, now I know. Oh, feet all scratched and had to get in the river in order to reach them. But down in the net, the big net intended for carp, we've got our first river season chub. So sometimes it's not the size of the fish, but how you catch them. And that was awesome. There we are. My first fish of the river season. And it's a lovely chub, not huge, but what an epic way to catch it. Just cut my way through the hedges, the nettles, made a little swim, half an hour of gardening, 5 minutes of fishing, and a lovely chub. So I'm back in the car. After I had that chub, I then went to see if the carp weren't spawning in a different part of the river. You can't drive to it. It's quite a long walk. So probably just done about 45 minutes or an hour of walking to get to a few spots where I've seen some fish, and there are anglers in it. So all of that walking and all that time wasted, and there's people in there fishing it. But it is June the 16th, there's a lot of people out. Probably gonna have to go to work now. This morning's been made up of a lot of swim cutting and a lot of walking and about maybe 10 minutes of fishing. So after a couple of hours work, I was in the car and off to a different part of the Lee. Okay, that's taken a while, but we've got one. Oh, it looks like quite a good one as well. Let's get him in the net. Yes. Took a bit of doing, but we got one. How good is this? Look, that's what it's about. Oi! Back on the river, catching loads of beautiful little river fish. There we go, we unhook him and slip him back. Hey. right down there. I'm going to put a load of bait in so it can have a free feed while I'm tying up the rig. So there you go, didn't take long, just whip that hook off. And now what I've got is the bolt and run kit. So I've got, a 60 gram lead bolt and run kit, and then I've got a fairly long hook link of about 1.5 foot. And that's because I can't get my rod tips as low as I'd maybe like on this small river. But I've got a hook length, bolt and run kit. Let's see if that now can convert some of those taps into fish on the bank. So what I'm doing is I'm feeding quite a lot of pellets and I'm matching the hatch. If you can see that, I've got a couple of the pellet O's on there, and it's quite discreet and it's certainly getting me a few bites. Longer hook length, made of fluorocarbon, keeping the rod tip lower. So changing tactics because they're spooking off the line. I can see fish on the spot. Drop the hook size. Switch from braid to fluorocarbon. Let's see if that makes a difference. Whoa! Okay, there we go. Right, fish on. It's barbel. I've forgotten what this is like. Yes. Go. Got the net. Oh, easy. Whoa. Yes. There you go. You change your rig, does it? That was enough. Not a monster, but very welcome on the opening day. There we are, look. Oh, better get back a bit. First barbel of the river season. Had to switch up the rig, go fluorocarbon, lengthen the rig a bit, and we got ourselves a nice little barbel. Pellet O's, a couple of pellet O's on the hair, and there we go. First one of the year. There he is. Oh, he's a good chub. Oh, get the net quick. Let's go. Put the net under him. Oh, God. Here we go again. I was going to stay for the evening, but I think I'm going to go home and have a barbecue with the folks because I'm happy with what I had. And that's probably the best fish of the day. A lovely, lovely chub. Had chub, barbel, but I think I'm happy to end on this one. Hope you had a fantastic June the 16th as well. Mine's been epic, as it always is. Let's get this one back, and I'm going to get off home. So that had been my June the 16th, and only a couple of days later and I was back for more. I saw something. I think it's a barbel. My rod just suddenly tried to go in the water. Where's my net? Just trying to not get my feet stuck. He's behaving quite nicely. They normally cover more ground than this. He's all right, isn't he? He'll do, won't he? That one's all right. Yeah, it's a proper one. A lovely barbel, and the action for me didn't end there that afternoon. I carried on having a few chub until the bites dried up and I decided to try something different. So because the flow's quite heavy, we've had a lot of flood water, and the flow's quite strong, I'm going to use the Code Red boilies, mainly because even the 8mm pellets, the flow's quite heavy and I'm just worried they're getting flushed away. These are sinking much more quickly and I just feel like I've got a better idea of exactly where they're landing on the deck. So let's put them on, see if we can get ourselves a barbel. Just had a nice chub. I didn't have the GoPro on because I just fancied a bit of me time, you know. I'll get him out and show you though. So decided to have a go with the Code Red boilies, and look at him, stunning chub. Usually, you know, I use the drill pellets quite a lot, but I thought I'd have a go in this flood water with the boilies. And yeah, lovely fish. He's a bit frisky, so I better get him back. Two and a half hour round trip to fish here for about 4 hours. Some people might think that's a bit crazy, but if that's all you got available, that's what you got available. And yeah, I wanted to try somewhere new. So here I am on the River Ouse, trying to catch my first chub. First glimpse of the fishery. Just going to roll meat under some likely looking areas. If I don't get a fish, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bait that swim up before I move to the next one, so that I can hit a few spots just on the deck ledgering for the last couple of hours. Rolled meat in this location. Got nothing, but you know, bait it up for later on. Don't have to put much in. I'll just put a bit in for later on. I can come back and fish it if nothing's happening elsewhere. This is definitely a spot to bait up for later on, I would say. Zero flow, nice slack water. So rolling meat didn't work in terms of landing a fish, but what it did, it meant that I could explore the whole stretch for starters, which is great on a new venue. It also meant as I went into each swim, I was able to trickle in some bait as I went, and now I can fish those swims in rotation with a bottom bait, and I'm just going to use the bottom bait rig that you saw me using earlier in the video with pellet hose on the hair, bolt and run kit, pellet hose on the hair, matching the hatch, you know, matching the pellets that I'm putting in. And hopefully I'll get my first River Ouse chub from this section. Nothing in the first swim. Got about 3 more to try before I go. Maybe 4. Getting knocks on this now. Come on. Give me one of these Ouse chub. I don't know if, because I was having this in the last swim, quite a lot of knocks. Don't know anything about this section of river. Might be that there's a lot of small chublets giving me little knocks. Oh, I've got a savage take. Oh, God, it looks like it could be. First chub. Nearly took me in that far bank. Oh my word. I will be very happy with this if I get it in. Very happy indeed. Oh, he's trying to do me. Really is trying to do me. Come on, let's get him in. Get him in. Get him in. Yes, got him. Yeah, he's a nice one. Yes! My first trip to this part of the Ouse, and there we are. That is a really, really nice chub. I'm pleased with that. Quite a chunky fella. If they're all like this, I'm going to enjoy fishing here, I think. But that's the start of my season. I hope you've had a fantastic start to the river season too. Thanks as always for checking out the video. Good luck with the rest of your river season.